Hello everyone, this is Kathleen and I'm back with another journal to document. Yeah, I have made this journal on a recycled book. It's a fabric covered book cloth, and then on the front I've just made this pretty collage with. This is a kind of a grungy. It was flaking actually. So it's very old antique postcard, and yeah, I put it here on the front and then done just a little bit of collage here at the bottom with this word happy. And I did not use my usual beaded closure because I didn't want that to interfere with this butterfly, and I had kind of a diagonal diamond shape going here the way your eye moves, and so I didn't want to interrupt that with the beads. So this just has a regular vintage button that I've sewn on and a hair tie closure. It needed, actually, it is so stuffed that it needed a more sturdy elastic to kind of keep it closed. There are 3 signatures. There's 136 pages in 3 signatures, and there's 23 pockets and tucks and 32 pieces of ephemera, and it measures 5 3/4 by 8 5/8. So, you know, almost 9 by 6. It's pretty big book. So let's go inside, and this is just, I haven't used a kit in this journal. This is just scraps and all kinds of stuff in here, and I've used fiber and bumpy stuff, so that's why it's kind of stuffed. But yeah, let's start here in the beginning. I've done this pretty triple pocket tag and use that here. This is some sari silk, and this is from the Butterflies of Britain, a book that my friend Isabel gave to me. So that's a pretty journal card there in the back. And here's a little ticket and another little tag here. There's room for three little tags in this large tag. So here's a flip with some fiber, kind of a map page. This is that beautiful antique lace that I have that I love to use in journals. Just some sewing patterns sewn onto this library catalog card. A little bit of collage here. This has one of my last April 2020 calendar pages in it. Yeah, pretty book illustration. Got a little tuck with some paper flower, and I don't know who belongs to this digital image. It's just in my drawer. I've used some antique lace there at the top for a topper, and some smooshing on this page, some vintage ephemera, and just a little journal card. This is one of the wraparound pockets, strip pockets. There is a video in the Pocket Patterns playlist for how to do that. This is a lace doily pocket. It's just folded in and folded up with some lace and a Tim Holtz die cut, and just some note paper. Slides in there, and then it's a pretty color on this paint chip, and I've just sanded it so that you could journal on that. center signature, and a couple of pockets. I could not get any more stuffed in here, honestly. So there are not ephemera pieces in all the pockets, but yeah, this is a vintage ledger sheet, and I have folded it up and made a little tuck pocket there, and then a tuck here in the back. One of the reasons why I do that and not make a pocket is when you glue it on two sides and leave this side open, it's a little kinder to the delicate paper. It rather than trying to get something down into a tight pocket, if it's one side's a little loose and it's just a tuck, then it will fare better, I think, and not tear later. So here's a book page, pretty tatting book that I've used, and some pretty gold lace there. This is a card from a lawyer's office, some kind. And some more hand-dyed paper, pretty side pocket. This is a book page pocket, and just a tag, and there is a little pocket also I've left on the side. This is just a triple kind of pocket tuck here. The vintage Rolodex card, and this is the flyleaf of a vintage book. Here is some more of that pretty embossed stationery that I have. I don't know that I have any more with the roses on it. It's very beautiful paper, linen paper, and it has, some of them had the embossed rose. This is also a tuck. Oh, I've got a little piece of, there we go. Book page belly band with a little book page flower, and this is a retro, I would say. I don't know how vintage it is, but it's old. Recipe card, maybe from the 70s. Of course, that's pretty old now, but it doesn't seem that long ago to me. Oh, this is that pretty vintage stationery that I have, and I just thought the colors matched so well in this book. Yeah, some scrapbook paper, and another little tuck there, some lace and embroidery floss I've strung through there. And this is, you maybe remember, this tag was part of the, which tag template was that? Grounded, maybe? Or it was recent. Anyway, I can't remember what they're all called now. This is a postcard of Claude Monet, one of his water lilies. A little one of Stacy's digitals that I made, a little cluster there, and just a couple pieces of ephemera. There's that other stationery again, and hand-dyed paper, a little bit of fiber here at the top. I just punched some holes and tied that bow. This is a triple book page pocket, and I've left this side again as a tuck. and some vintage ephemera. There's a little bit of it handmade. It's just the cutoff strip, you know, and I've just dyed it and stamped on it for journaling. The other side of that pretty stationery. This is from an old scrapbook, photo album kind of thing. Vintage prescription and a book page, kind of masterboard-ish kind of thing, catalog page. This is a flip out. This is an embossed glassine bag, or paper bag, I guess. And I've just made this pretty dyed image, stamped, layered stamps there. And that fits down in the bag. And let me hold it up so you can see, and there's this pretty lace, scalloped lace there, as well as the embossing. And then there's just a little bit of note sheet behind it. Some more hand-dyed paper. Lace there. Edith Holden page. Avocado dye. This is such pretty paper, I think. Yeah, I don't know the name. Sadly, it's just in my stack of papers. And this is Tim Holtz wallpaper. And I've just put a fiber ruffle on top. And this is some vintage hotel stationery. The Manila Hotel in the Philippines. It's definitely old. I don't think hotels even do stationery anymore. Oh, and I just got this piece of, I just got a Happy Mail, beautiful Happy Mail from Barbie Alvarez. She purchased a journal. She lives in Puerto Rico, and she sent me a whole little bag of these beautiful little fabric cutouts. It's applique. Beautiful embroidered applique. Thank you, Barbie. Just opened those in the mail. Lovely. This is a little piece of ephemera, and it tucks up in there. So this is one of the shorts, and I just glued across here to kind of create a little pocket. A couple of little tags. Embossing here. Some patchwork. I took some ribbon and put through those holes. This is another little flip up journal card. It's just, you know, done with one of the offcuts, 12 by 12 offcuts. And I've made a little collage here. This is actually one of Stacy's from the Paris journal kit. Yeah, but I liked the way the colors matched that designer paper, and I just fit that over there. And that's the last page. I've again done some sponging with some distress ink on the back inside and the front inside cover. You can see that here on the front as well. So that's that happy journal. Yeah, and the tie closure helps kind of keep everything nice and compact. But it is a chunky journal. It's heavy. Thanks so much for being with me and for being patient while I document all these journals that I've made. Thanks. We'll see you again.